Hey, good morning and welcome back to the Kristin Omdahl Show. This is episode 1025 and we are here live in Southwest Florida. Yes, I know my camera angle is messed up. I did not find the adapter that broke on my tripod yesterday in time to leave for the beach, so there we go. There we go. And there's bugs all over the place this morning. I'm being eaten alive, but here we go. Happy Wednesday, everybody. If you're joining me live, please say hello. If you are crafting, let me know. If you have questions for me, let me know. Hi, Lisa. Good morning. Hi, Joe. Hi, Grace. Hi, Thea and Val. Stacy, good morning. Hi, Judy. Thank you. Yeah, the sign came in. But like I said, my tripod is still broken and I'm trying really hard to balance my camera on dolly with that little bamboo table and a post office mailing box. So we'll see how it goes this morning. Hi Lori, Christine, Lily, Barbara, Judy, good morning, Lily. Hope everybody's having a great day so far. Hi Diane and Joan. Lisa's working on a maxi skirt, wonderful. Hi Kimberly and G, good morning. This isn't even the right angle, whatever. I'm doing the best I can today. Hi Sean, good morning. Thanks Melanie. Thank you, Lisa. It's a maxi dress, actually. Hi, Geraldine and Rennie, Helen. Thanks, Anna. Yeah, for the person saying that it's a different time, we changed times here in the U.S. this week. I'm on daylight savings time now. Most of the U.S. does it, not all of it. And certainly not all of the world, so we're on daylight savings time here in southeast US or Florida to be specific. Wendy finished her Fabergé blanket, wonderful. I can show you what I'm working on if I can delicately move my, oh, nope, I can't. Doing the best I can without a tripod, guys, sorry. It didn't work out today. Thanks, G. I'm really concerned about Bjorn right now. Something is definitely not right with him behavior-wise, and probably need to take him to the vet this week. I don't know. His behavior issues do not seem to be mourning related from his brother, but I guess we'll find out. But his behavior is getting strange and concerning, so we'll see. We'll add that to the list of things that I need to work on now. Yeah, I haven't heard it's official yet, Anna, but I have heard something like that as well. Okay, I can show you what I've been working on though, because I brought my bags with me this morning. I'm working on 2 top-down triangles. Yeah, probably Grace, but last night I played with him for a couple of hours. Brushed him, gave him some catnip, played with his new kitty bed to try to get him to like it before we take it out to the RV. And right before bed, he walked up into it, looked right at me, and peed in it. It just broke my heart, and I started a load of laundry with that last night. And I'm not even sure what to think about that. Just breaks my heart. Anyway, what else am I gonna say? I don't know. Anyway, long night. Okay, so remember I said this pattern is going to be dual purpose because I am using the stitch pattern in a top-down increasing triangle to make a front and back triangle that goes like that. But then I'll be doing 2 extra triangles in the corners to turn it into a rectangle so that it can be a beach cover-up and or a poncho. So let's say that that's the top of the rectangle, then you'd still need to do 2 small triangles here and here. And yeah, maybe that's all it is, Karen. Well, I washed it and he made an absolute mess in it even before then. He was drooling all over the catnip area, so I was going to throw it in the wash anyway. So maybe, Karen, I have no idea how many balls this is going to be. I haven't even finished it. I'm nowhere near being close to finishing it. I'm just showing you a behind the scenes sneak peek. When I know how many balls, I will definitely let you know, or how much yardage and all that good stuff. But I just wanted to show you that this stitch pattern has worked out really well in a top-down increasing pattern, which means you could do, you could do this even in rows, even in rounds. Increase in rows for a triangle, increase in rounds for a square or other shape. It's a really, really beautiful stitch pattern, and I've worked really hard at getting the repeat just right for doing the single increases and double increases in pattern. It took multiple tries to get it just right, and now I have the top-down increasing stitch pattern and charts perfect for this. So now the next challenge is, do I go back to the drawing board and figure out how to do decreases to decrease this section back down to create the triangle there, although I think that's getting really complicated, and my goal as a designer is to never make patterns that are complicated. I can make anything as complicated as I want to get something done, but in order to write a pattern to make it easy and fun for people of all skill levels, it's important to keep in mind what makes the most sense for other people. And so I'm still waffling between either doing this stitch pattern and doing the decreases in pattern to do the triangle here seamlessly, or do a different type of a triangle and join them together, or pick up one of the simpler elements of the stitch pattern, for example, the row of plain double crochet, and do those secondary triangles in double crochet, which would be far easier for beginner and advanced beginners to do those double decreases for the second set of triangles. It's going to be a poncho or beach cover-up, but the pattern will also include the triangles, so you could use it as a shawl too. The pattern could be made for a shawl or a poncho or a beach cover-up, or you could even adjust the width of it and make it just a simple pullover as well. We're making a square or rectangle fabric out of triangles. Hi, Sandra. Brittany's working on the Kiki dress. Wonderful. Yeah, making a pattern easier rather than more difficult is always the goal for everybody, including customer support. The easier I can make the patterns, the less emails I get about it. There's that too. But again, it's never my goal as a designer to, show off my skills. My goal as a designer is to empower more people to try things that they may not have ever tried before. That's a far more fun part of my job. All right, does anybody have any questions? Hi, Donna. Thanks, Karen. Barbara's working on the Audra poncho. That is so pretty. Yeah, it would be a similar construction to the Celebration poncho, definitely. But that is a far easier stitch pattern, so it was not difficult to decide how I was going to do the decreases for the slower portions. But because this particular one is done in Be So Baby yarn, number 3 DK weight yarn. Yeah, I like the tree behind me as well. Oh, hopefully you're enjoying it, Anna. Have a great day, Kimberly. I have 4 realtors and sets of buyers coming to my house today between the hours of 11 and 4. So that should be, we'll see how that goes. Hopefully one of them buys it so I don't have to make my home available to strangers anymore this month. feel like a 5-hour window is a long time during a work day when you work from home, but whatever. I discovered some good news today. I've been wondering if I was going to be able to figure out how to take my Ring doorbell onto the RV, and I found out there is some heavy-duty two-sided tape that is meant for auto. And I watched some YouTube videos this morning that said I will be able to put the mounting bracket right next to the door on the RV on the outside with this two-sided heavy-duty tape, and then I'll just have to take the Ring doorbell on and off when I'm driving. So I'm super, super excited about that. If you've never used a Ring doorbell before, it has been a game changer for me as a single person, because like without a husband or somebody, another adult at home, especially at night, it's been really wonderful that I can monitor all sorts of activity outside, whether I'm home, whether I'm not home, whether I'm sleeping or not. And I love, love, love mine, and I'm so excited that I'm going to be able to take it with me now. I feel so much relief that I will feel a little more Natalie, they gave me 24 hours notice. That's all they have to do. And now I have a 5-hour window of a disruption to my home business to be available for 4 sets of buyers today. There's not much else I can do. The renter is certainly not the top priority when it comes to selling a home. I am the low man on the totem pole, and I'm used to it. It is what it is, and I appreciate everybody's support and ideas, and I'm just getting through it the best I can. You know, keeping my head down and working on everything I have to do. I don't know, Lori. I can, the one that I'm using, I can share it in my Amazon shop to let you know what I have. I believe it is, but I don't know. Thank you, Irina. Yeah, my current front door does not have a peephole, so it was a game changer for me to even have it on the home that I'm on now. And in the RV, I also won't have a peephole on my front door, so it's just going to be so amazing that I have the ability to see what's going on outside and have a recording in case something fishy happens in the middle of the night or when I'm not home. Yeah, Karen, that's easier said than done. You know, I am a member of my community, and I'm not going to humiliate myself like that. Yes, Emmy, I've been talking ever since day one, ever since February 1st when I listed the yarns as being discontinued. I have said from day one, almost daily, that I am continuing with my design business. I'm still working on books and videos and patterns and TV and everything else that I do. The only thing that I'm not doing is selling physical product besides books. That's it. Everything else is staying the same. The podcast, the TV show, my patterns, my website, my books, everything else is staying. I still work full time in my design business. I just am not going to be selling yarn anymore. That's great, Karen. I'm glad you feel that way, but I don't know who the strangers are that are coming in my house. They could be people that I know. They could be people that I don't know. They could be people that are aware of my business. There could be people from all walks of life. So, yeah, I don't feel comfortable leaving my house messy before strangers come over. You never know who they might be. But hey, that's comfortable for you. Go for it. Does anybody have any other questions? Well, so far the phone is staying. I'll turn it around so you can see how silly my setup looks. Thank you, Barbara. You know, I'm happy to share my life with everybody, and I thoroughly enjoy being able to empower people with being more creative, and the fact that being creative is a way that we can all really improve our self-care and improve our mental health. There's so many wonderful benefits to being creative, and because I'm so passionate about creativity, I love sharing all of this with all of you. And thanks to you sharing your stories, me sharing has helped tons of other people to be more creative and even comfort them through times of difficulty. So yeah, I'm really glad that me going live every day and sharing my life with everybody, whether it's behind the scenes or sharing what I'm working on or sharing my experience in crafting and business and everything else, I'm so glad that people enjoy it. That's great, Liliana. Wonderful. Emmy's a painter and crocheter. That's great. Thank you, Karen. I'm excited to show you my new stitch book too, Lori. I haven't even told you the name of it yet. You guys are gonna love the name. I love the name. All right, I gotta back up so you can see my outfit. Now this dress is not from Amazon. I believe I got it on Venus, the website. It's a, all right, and you're gonna see one of my little hacks. It's strapless, so you know you should wear a strapless bra with it, but knowing full well that I was gonna wear a jacket over it, I didn't put the strapless bra on. I went with the more comfortable bra. It has an elastic waistband with a drawstring, and it has, does it have some? Yeah, and it has a sewn ruffle from here down to give you a lot of volume. And honestly, I think the dress would overwhelm me, even at my size, if it wasn't for this elastic waistband with the drawstring. I feel like it brings everything in and allows you to see a little more shape and structure, even though it is so big and flowy. And this fabric, right out of the dryer. I did not have to iron it. You know how much I love that. Especially on something with this much fabric, it would take forever to iron it. Thanks, Lisa. It definitely has a rose-colored glasses, light pink vibe to it with the charcoal. And I'm wearing one of my rose-colored glasses frames. Thank you, Yana. Yeah, that's one benefit of being tall, is that maxi dresses are usually easy to pull off. And my favorite part about wearing longer maxi style dresses is that it's kind of like wearing a nightgown, but getting to still leave the house looking respectable, but feeling like you're in pajamas. That's always a win too. I can't believe how bad the little bugs are today. I think the no-see-ums are back. Gosh, it's either the sun heating up the phone, the bugs, or something. Man, do I ever stop complaining. All right, does anybody have any other questions? Let's see, what else did I bring today? Oh, I just brought a broken tripod, that's all. No big deal. It is very comfortable, Lily. I love it. All right. Looks like the questions are pretty quiet today. I don't see a whole lot of questions. Oh, I did list those few extra Be So Fine tidbits yesterday. So if you're interested in any that are left, there are some there. Geraldine, yes, maxi dresses look good on people in all sizes and all heights too. I get a lot of comments from people that are shorter that say they don't like them, but I'm really glad to hear that you do, because I've seen maxi dresses on people of all height, in all height ranges. Okay, the Be So Fine tidbits already sold out. Okay, thanks, Judy. Well, there's still lots of other accessories available, and they're all still 30% off. And there is more Be So Scrubby that went back into stock too. I did find another bin of it that was in the wrong spot, so I think everything's consolidated now. So there's Be So Scrubby, there's a few shawl pins left, there's a whole bunch of the rainbow stitch marker sets, which anybody could use extras of those. There's all the yarn needles and threaders, the snag needles, the cable needles. What else? There's a whole bunch of things that are still left, and they're all additional 30% off with the coupon code 30 more on top of bulk discount. So lots of great ways to stock up still on those items. Oh, the small mesh bags, I still have a bunch available. So if you're interested in any of that, there are still things available. All right, any other questions? We started round 2 of editing on book 21. yesterday, so thought you might like to hear the progress on that too. That's very exciting. Very excited about that. All right, I think it's time to read a quote. Let's pick something randomly. Ooh. Oh, this one's one of my favorites. This is from Mark Twain. This is from Create, Share, Inspire Notebook, Volume 1, Issue 3. Oh, by the way, this is the other item that's back in stock as of yesterday. I have many Tunisian patterns, Stacy. You can find them on my website. What was I saying? Okay, so these were sold out. They're back in stock. I have a whole bunch of all 7 issues. You can get all 7. You can pick any ones you want. Today I'll be reading out of Volume 1, Issue 3. This is page 8, and this quote is from Mark Twain. We are all alike on the inside. Yes, we are. I love that. You know I say something like it all the time. Thank you, Mark Twain. Yes, we are all alike on the inside. I love it. How about we go for a little walk down to the water's edge? It looks like it might be super clear today. So let's go take a look. The colors are pretty too. Yesterday, right after the show ended, I saw a dolphin. Maybe we could see one during the show today. That would be nice. There's something out in the water, but I don't know what yet. Something coming this way even? I think it's just fish. The colors are so pretty. Beautiful. All right. Oh, for the person asking if I had Tunisian patterns, Judy's just posted a link to where you can find Tunisian patterns of mine on my website. Thanks for the help, Judy. I appreciate it. I have all kinds of Tunisian patterns, from shawls, tops, hats. There we go. Yeah, sand dollar would be cool too. Did you know that when a sand dollar is still alive and you find them inside the water, they have these little hairs on their backside, and they do this, which is both equally fascinating and a little bit creepy at the same time. Maybe not equally. It's more fascinating than creepy, but it's a little bit creepy too. But that's how you know when they're still alive, and you put them back in the water. I hope people know that. Yeah, it's a little bit creepy, and if you put it in the water, then you can see them moving freely, but it's really pretty. Lori, there are certain times of year where the bottom of the bed of the water, when you're in the water, is literally covered. I've seen people stack them on their hands like pancakes. Yes, that is a good point, Stacy. Yes, and if you check out my Tunisian patterns, anytime I can, I add a chart to them, unless they are super, super simple. I have videos here on my YouTube channel on how to do a variety of different Tunisian stitches as well. Yeah, so certain times of year, just like certain times of year, we have a shark nursery right at the water's edge, where the mom nurse sharks send their little babies up to the shore to catch fish on their own. It is both fascinating and creepy at the same time, and on all the years I've been doing the show, I've been telling you about it, and I have not caught it on camera yet. But I do believe I have seen it exclusively at Vanderbilt Beach, and I believe I've seen it exclusively in July and August. So if you want to remind me at that point, we should probably make a point to do more beach walks in those months in order to capture it on camera, because I gotta tell you, if you've never seen it before, you've never seen anything like it. They're this big, but they're babies, and they're this far from the water's edge. It's nuts. And they come in to learn how to feed. It's fascinating. Yeah, so let's try to remember in July and August to start making an effort of doing the walk more often, because I would really like to show you that. Do you need special hooks to do Tunisian crochet? That's a great question, Emmy. It's kind of like saying, do you need special knitting needles to do certain types of knitting as well? It's the same kind of concept. Depends on how many stitches you're putting on your hook. Same as with knitting, how many stitches you're putting on your needles. So if you're just doing a swatch of say 5 or 10 stitches, you can easily fit that on a regular crochet hook. If you are doing something bigger that requires 100 stitches, 200 stitches, 300 stitches, you're either going to need a really long crochet hook, or you're going to need a crochet hook with a cord attached to it, just like with circular knitting needles. So if you just want to practice stitching, you can do it on any crochet hook. But if you are wanting to make something a little bit larger and accommodate a large amount of stitches, then you have to figure out a Tunisian crochet hook. But to just try it, absolutely not. However many stitches you can fit on your crochet hook is how many stitches you can use to get started in practice. Does that make sense? The difference between Tunisian crochet and regular crochet is, and where it's has similarities to knitting, is that you're picking up all your stitches on the way out and then returning and taking them all back off. So in that halfway point, you're having all of your stitches on, just like you do with crochet or with knitting. Judy's sharing a link to the Tunisian crochet hooks that I use. They are bamboo hooks with clear cords on the back side of them. So they are perfectly capable of doing blankets, afghans, full-size garments, shawls, ponchos, anything larger. You have the hook, or you have the cable to accommodate more stitches, and they're not expensive either. So if you're interested in it, you can find those in my Amazon shop. And if you just want to start with a plain crochet hook and just see if you even like the concept, you don't have to spend any money then. That's easy. Does anybody have any other questions? That was a great question. All right. Okay, well, thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me. I hope you enjoyed the sunrise, the beach, the water, the sound of the waves, chatting with me and everyone else, my little show and tell. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next episode of the Kristin Omdahl Show. Bye-bye.